Hi everyone, John Morris, KWU instructor and technology trainer, and I was asked to share a Keller Mortgage page template that I created for my website so that you guys can use those on your agent sites. So I'm going to show you how to put one together using the template that I created. So we'll move pretty quickly through this, and if you have any questions, make sure that you reach out to me, John Morris at kw.com. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go to Agent Sites, and we're going to click where it says Site so we can create our new site. Now I'm going to go through this part pretty quickly. I created a lesson on creating an agent site, so if you'd like to get a little bit slower version of creating a site, please go back and watch that one first. But I want to really focus in just on how to put the mortgage site together. So we're going to go through this part of it pretty quick. So we're just going to hit create new site like we normally do. On my agent site, we're going to create our page. And again, I know I'm going through this part of it pretty quickly, but if you want to know how to set up just a general site, please go to my website and watch the lesson on creating an agent site. So for this one, we're going to want to use the company profile widget. And then we're going to rename our site Keller Mortgage. I'm going to put 2 because I've already created one, so I'm going to delete this one later. And then we're going to hit configure widgets down here. And then we're going to click company profile. And then just put anything in here. It doesn't save it the first time you go around it anyway, so we're just going to hit save and apply. And then we're going to click save changes up top. I'm going to click yes. And then we're going to go to agent site settings, click pages, add a new page down here. And then we're going to put in Keller Mortgage for the page title, or whatever you want to call it. And the URL slug, you're going to put in your URL slug. And then your SEO description. Now obviously I'm just typing something simple in here just so that I can go through this. You're going to want to put in keywords that people might utilize to search for your information on, say, Google, for example. So you're going to want to make sure that you put a good description in there that has keywords relevant to something that somebody might be searching for, so that that can help your page rank higher. We're going to click select page, tie this to the page that we created, click continue, and then we're going to hit save changes, and then that's going to activate our page. So went through that section really quick. Like I said, that's stuff that, again, if you want to go a little bit slower and more explanation on stuff, please watch the lesson on creating an agent site or page on your agent sites. Okay, so now we're going to go to agent site pages, and this is where we'll customize the Keller Mortgage stuff. So we're going to click the 3 dots, click edit, and then now we're going to create our mortgage page. This is going to be pretty simple because, like I said, the template is already done for you, so there's not much you have to do. So we're going to click company profile, and then I'll give you the link to this, but here's the template, and just follow the template. It says headline, Keller Mortgage, or whatever you want to call it. And again, when you're looking through this, the only things that you need to really address are the things that are in red. Everything else you don't. Okay, so we're going to go in here and we're going to call this headline Keller Mortgage 2. I would call it Keller Mortgage. I'm putting 2 just because, like I said, I've already created this page. And then in the intro text, and that is the code that we're going to have to enter in. And this is the basically all the HTML coding that I had set up to be able to run this page. Now you could just copy and paste this as is, and it will give you a workable website that has that will direct consumers directly to Keller Mortgage.com so they can get information on Keller Mortgage. However, if you want to customize this a little bit, if you sign into your Keller Mortgage site, which is at kellermortgage.com or portal.kellermortgage.com, that is going to allow you to sign into the agent side of Keller Mortgage. And then when you're here, you can go in and where it says, I believe, settings. Yeah, it's on settings. You can get your personal Keller Mortgage link. So I can hit copy there. Or you can get this by going to your app and getting the pre-approval link on your app as well too. And then what I'll do now is I'll come back to the template and then I will paste that link. And again, we're just highlighting the stuff in red. So I could paste that link. So I'm going to delete the red and I'm going to paste the link in between the two quotation marks. So now that's going, you see that red link disappeared, and now it's going to have my branded link that's in there. So now when people click to apply on your website, then it will direct them to Keller Mortgage, but then it will tie it to you so that you get notified when they start the application process. So now I'm going to just go to the bottom of this, and I'm going to highlight all of this code up to the top. I'm not going to get this intro text here, right? So I'm going to just go where it says center, and then I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go back to command, and then where it says intro text, I am going to delete all the stuff that's in there, and I'm going to paste that code into the box. And then I can go down and just follow the template for the rest of the way. That was really the hardest part, right? So header image, that is going to be what you have up here. If you want to change your image, you can do that. And then I'm going to just leave it here for right now. Section 1 heading, leave blank. So we're going to go to Section 1 heading and highlight that and delete it. Section 1 text says any message that you'd like at the bottom of the, or any message you'd like the bottom of the page to say. This is actually, I'm going to change that. Let me go to my Keller Mortgage page, because this is the notation that you should have at the bottom of your page regardless, just so that you stay in compliant with stuff. So I'm going to actually go back into the template, and I'm going to take the red out of that and change it to say this, because I want to make sure that you guys again are staying compliant with stuff. Okay, so we're going to highlight that section there, and then we're going to go in where it says down here Section 1 text, and we're going to copy all that, or paste all that stuff, or excuse me, delete all that stuff, and then we're going to paste our information in there. We're going to get rid of the Section 1 image as the template suggests. And then, so for the rest of the stuff, it says delete the image, leave blank, delete the image, and all that good stuff. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to go in here, and we are going to delete everything that is in here. And delete the image. Now you could put a footer heading in there if you wanted to. I'm just leaving it blank. And then once you're done with all that, you can hit save and apply. And then your site's ready to go, or your page on your site's ready to go. So you can see that your title is now changed, the Keller Mortgage, and this is really important is making sure that no matter what you do, if you're creating a Keller Mortgage page, to stay compliant, you need to make sure that the NMLS number is on your page somewhere. So even if you decide you don't want to utilize this, if you're going to create a Keller Mortgage page, make sure that you have that NMLS number on there so that you don't get into any problems. Okay, so then you have your dream homes waiting picture, have the information on Keller Mortgage. You can click, it has a clickable link to apply now so that they can start the application process. There's even a mortgage calculator on there, a link to Keller Covered so that they can get information on insurance. And then if you enter in all the information here, there's even an amortization schedule that they can click, and then they can take a look and see what the loan amortization is going to be over the life of the loan there. So some really cool stuff. We're going to hit Save Changes now and click Yes. So now if I go back to my website, you can see that the Keller Mortgage 2 page that I created is now live. So I'm going to go up here and you can see Keller Mortgage 2, and that is the page that we just created for you. So really simple. Like I said, if you don't want the branded link, just literally pretty much all you need to do is copy and paste that code and you're good to go. Like I said, if you do want to customize it a little bit, the only thing I would really customize is any headline that you want to do, and then making sure that you customize that link to the pre-approval process for Keller Mortgage. Other than that, just leave it alone, and you can have a Keller Mortgage site up in less than a couple minutes. Thanks for tuning in, and I will make sure that the link to this template is placed on my website just below the video of this tutorial. See you in the next lesson. Thanks for tuning in.